Right, those of you who've watched my channel before know I've done a lot of these different little clock kits, but I hadn't done this particular one. A chap called Freddie Barros got in touch with me and said he got one of these 4-digit 2-button versions, and I said, oh, I've not seen those, I'll get one and build it up and write some code for it, which I've done now. So I'll just show you how it works and how to load the program into it if you want to do the same yourself. So like most of these kits, there's 6-digit ones with different numbers of buttons, and so this is a 4-digit one with 2 buttons. It's running off a AT89C 2051 or similar, you know, there's several in the family, but that's what it comes with. I'm powering it here off a battery that I got out of a discarded disposable vape that people throw in the street. So I pick them up. It's a good way of harvesting these rechargeable lithium batteries. We just go through how to set it and its features, and then I'll show you how to load it, and there'll be links in the description how to program it. So it's got 2 buttons, and to get the functionality we want and keep it nice and logical, you can do either a short press or a long press on each of the buttons. So in the normal display mode, a short press on the left button alters the brightness, so we've got 4 levels of brightness there. It's good for dimming it down at night so it doesn't dazzle you, and as always this camera doesn't show the different brightness levels very well. So that's brightness control. The right button alters the way the separator colon works. So there you can see it's blinking on and off, and if you find that annoying, you can just have it off all the time, or you can have it on all the time, and a third press back to blinking. So that's what the right button short press does. So I say left button brightness, right button changes the colon. A long press on the right button lets you see the seconds. So you can see at the moment it's 9:42. If I do a long press on the right, we've now got the 42 minutes, and you can see the seconds counting away. Obviously when it gets up to 59, it'll go to 43 minutes. I'll just wait for that to happen. There we go. And another long press on the right button will get us back to showing the normal time. And you can see at the moment it's in 12-hour mode, so it's displaying blank 9:43. We'll come on to that in a bit. It can also work in 24-hour mode. So to set the clock, you do a long press on the left button, and that puts you in setting mode. Now in setting mode there's always something flashing, and you alter the thing that's flashing by a short press on the left. Select the next thing. So that's hour, that's minute, that's the seconds, that's whether we're in 12-hour or 24-hour mode. I'll put it in 24-hour mode. Then we've got an alarm time, which is currently set to 09 hours, so alarm hour, that stands for. And the next one, you see it's showing you the hour. This is a minute, we'll set that to, I don't know, 40, 44, 45, something like that. It'll go off fairly soon if we do that. And lastly, whether the alarm is on or off. There isn't enough digits to display off properly, so it says of. But we've got alarm on or alarm of. So alarm on, we'll set it for 9, let's set it for 43. So if I press and hold it, it counts, say you're pressing it 60 times to go all the way around. So we're aiming for 43 here. go. Set the seconds back to 0. So we're setting it to, let's say we've got an accurate clock and we know it's just coming up to 9:43 now, and that's set the seconds. Don't need to set anything else, so we've done everything now. So I'm going to go back to normal display mode by a long press on the left, and you see now we're in 24-hour mode, and so we've got a leading 0. Now in a bit, when it gets to 9:45, did I set it to? The alarm will go off. But while we're waiting for that, I'll talk about how to program the thing. So as I say, the description, the links to the files you need are in the description to the video. They're .ihx for Intel hex files, and of course you need a programmer to get them into the chip. Now if you just want to buy a programmer and you're on Windows, these Xgecu, this is a T48 Pro, these are excellent, and these will program almost anything. All the Atmel chips, PIC chips, I'll just zoom out a bit so you can see it all. PIC chips, do EPROMs, you can test RAM, you can do all sorts of things, hundreds of different chips. So they're recommended, but they don't really support Linux. So I use my own programmer, which I'll show you in a bit, to burn the chip, which is based on a Arduino Mega 2560, and we'll show you that in a minute. So we're coming up towards 9:45 now, which I think is what I set the alarm for. So we just wait excitedly for the alarm to go off, and I'll demonstrate how to cancel it, and then I'll just cover how to get the program into the thing. There we go, so it's just rolled over to 9:45 and the alarm's sounding. You can press either button to silence the alarm. That doesn't cancel the alarm, it would still go off again at 9:45 tomorrow, but it does just silence it. So I'll press the left one this time. So there we are, that's the alarm cancelled. Now, as I say, for writing the program to it, I've got another one of these chips that I've already put in my programmer, which I've got over here. So there's my little programmer. As I say, it's a little circuit board I made myself, and it's piggybacked onto an Arduino Mega 2560. And details on my blog if you fancy making one, but as I say, you can buy one of those Xgecu things fairly cheap. So to write the program to it using my programmer, I'll just show you the screen here. So I'm on Linux Mint here, and from a command shell, let's just zoom in a bit. So we use a Python program that sends the ihx file to the Arduino Mega, and the Arduino Mega writes the program. So if I run that, you can see it checks what sort of chip you've got, it erases it, it programs it, and then it verifies it to make sure that it's written the program successfully and it's complete. So that chip's programmed now. So if you want to put the original one back in, I'll just show you the folder where I've got them. I just need to pan up a bit, don't we? So in there, it's got my clock.c source and the clock.ihx, I just sent it. And it's also got the original as supplied.ihx. And I made some notes on the as supplied program because I couldn't find a proper description of it anywhere. But it's got some strange things in it that I don't really understand, where it'll show a 65 and a 75 and let you set a value for them, but I don't know what it does. And as far as I know, you can't set it to 12-hour mode or 24-hour mode and alter the brightness. And So some of the things my program does, I don't think the as supplied one does, although I don't know, as I say, I don't fully understand it. Okay, so links in the description to the IHX files. You can look on my blog at septimus.co.uk, there'll be a bit more information about it there, and you'll be able to look at the source code as well if you want to fancy having a go at modifying it. If you do, you want the SDCC, small device C compiler. It's free, it's available for Windows, Linux and Mac. Okay, thanks for watching. There you go, you can freeze frame that if you want a summary of what the push buttons do in the different modes.